partner. Now, Africa is a continent comprises of 54 countries. Africa is young, has biggest opportunities for India. Indian Ocean is the bridge to Africa. Africa's growth is of immense value, not only to their own economies, but also to the other global economies. India's cumulative investment in Africa has already crossed 46 billion. Like today it is 54 billion. So the object is, let's meet Africa and do business. Now these are sector-wise opportunities in Africa. Banking and finance, there are enormous opportunity in Africa to do business. Minerals, metals, real estate, hospitality, entertainment, oil and gas, education, energy power, IT, ICT, auto spare part, healthcare, retail, engineering products, paper products, jewelry, textile fabrics, and many more. Now why Africa? As you all know that Africa is growing. It's a $3 trillion economy. Why? Because there is an unexplored natural resources. The growth in markets are big draws in Africa. It has 50% of the world's gold reserve. It has 90% of the cobalt deposit, 40% of the world's potential hydroelectric power, 65% of manganese deposit, and millions of acres of land available for agriculture. It also has large reserves of oil, and it's a total market for about 1 billion population. When we are thinking in terms of 1 billion population, you can imagine what could be the scope and what could be the opportunity. It is already stated by the Africa Union that African continent is the market of the millionaire. Explore the COMESA, ECOWAS, and SADC market. COMESA means Common Market for Southern East Africa. SADC means Southern African Development Council. This is markets are for 1 billion population we are catering to. Africa is a ripe market today, a market which is available for anyone to enter into. Hundreds of millions of customers, willing government, friendly attitude towards India, which is very important. African relationship with India is way back historic relationship. We have a lot of similarities with them. There's wide scope for diverse product from small scale cottage industry, big business houses, technology transfer, joint ventures and service sectors. Whether it is a manufacturer, a dealer or a trader, there is enough enormous golden opportunity. So we request you to capture your share and we will make it easy for you. About Africa, there are so many sayings. People are getting tapped by the Western media publicity. People feel Africa is still a dark continent. People feel Africa is still not safe to do business. So these are wrong notions. As the capacity of Secretary General, I have traveled almost all the African countries and it is very safe. Country like South Sudan. See, when we are thinking in terms of Africa, we must think only one object of doing business. Indians are respected, Indians are loved there, affectionate, people do take care. And Africa, most of the Indian feel that Africa is their second home. So don't always have negative approach about Africa. Now these are the sectors which are high priority potential for Africa in the next coming year. Agriculture, if you see, it's 31% potential. Mining and metal is 28%. Oil and gas, it is 18%. Tourism and hotel, it is 16%. Infrastructure, 15.5%. Pharma is 15%. So these are the 6 sectors which have high demand and the rest are coming down the lane. So that these figures are indicating what is the ratio of potential in Africa. Now this is FDI status. When we are thinking in terms of investment in Africa, foreign direct investment, the ratio is given here. US still is dominating on position 1. Japan and France is still on the 2nd position. They have concluded more than 27 projects where they have created about 106% employment opportunities. China becomes the 3rd largest investor with 17 billion and they have contributed for railways, power, ports, dams, telecom projects, etc. The live example is of the Djibouti and Addis railway line, where a single investment from China government is to the tune of $4 billion. Now have a look at this, where we are showing a comparative statement, what was Africa in 2013 and what is Africa going to be in 2020. So it is one of the world's fastest growing economy region. The GDP today is equivalent to Brazil or Russia, which is 2.4 trillion and is likely to be 3.9 trillion. The consumer spending is equivalent to 1.45 that of Russia, which is 1.8 billion and likely to be 2.4 trillion. The household with incomes above $5,000 is equivalent to 55,000 than that of India, 134 million in 2013 and likely to be 166 million. I'm giving you this indication for the simple reason that Indian business community is